right when I left Big Bear and I, got to the point where I felt like, who, then I started having a conversation come back up about fighting again. So
Yeah.
it looked like I'm gonna be fighting Colby Covington. Um, the date we waiting on right now, but I'm pretty confident it's gonna be a main event.
Of
Main
course it
event,
is.
ESPN Plus, me versus Kobe, and shit, this is the first place I talked about it at. So,
Damn, nice. The thing is, the last couple fights you had, man, as a friend, I know you personally and the things you went through, and like especially the way you were tossed around between, England and getting ready for the last fight and everything else. It's like I'm
yeah,
excited to see you focused and like have a full camp and be in one place and be motivated. And what better opponent than somebody that you hate, Colby
yeah.
Colby Covington,
This is a
dude.
big fight for me. This is probably the biggest fight in my career, to be
For,
honest,
yeah,
because it's a situation. It's like bragging rights, and it's like he's talked all this shit, but in my mind, he really knows what time it is. But now that he has talked that much shit, now he got to try to live up to it. He got to try to beat me. He's been calling me out for 4 years, damn near. So
yeah,
now it's to the point where it's like it's personal, and the other fights didn't really mean as much. Like I feel like Usman and Gilbert kind of goofy, and it's like I really didn't feel no animosity towards him. I really didn't feel no real rah rah. But I feel that with Kobe and some of the other guys, I felt the urgency because of how good they were. Carlos Condon and Robbie Lawler, those guys are OGs, like
yeah.
natural born killer, ruthless, gorilla, all these fucking different monstrous fighters that I got to bring it to them because they sure the fuck gonna bring it to me. So I think Kobe's gonna bring me that first time I get that opponent at the press conference is gonna be like we probably just gonna break the internet, to be honest.
It's an unbelievable fight, bro. And then like
Yeah.
I can relate on a very lower level as far as like as you get older, and as you've been not even at getting older, but just having so much experience. You need
Yeah.
motivation to get yourself fired up. Like I needed motivation of like promoting the gym and actually doing my fight camp from this dream gym that I built to be able to fight in 2015. If it wasn't for that, I would have
Yeah.
never done it, bro. I would have never got in there and fought again at 36 years old. But because of that, that was kind of my fire. You being a champion, you did everything, bro. You're arguably one of the best welterweights of all time, multiple time champion, 4-time, 5-time champion, whatever it is, Strikeforce champion. So it's like for you, I can totally understand needing that motivation to really feel that empowerment inside, that fire inside, and that flame. And I think Kobe's going to be the guy to bring it out for you. And y'all been going back and forth. And what I was going to ask you, what?
Yeah.
So I know and I know the story obviously from you and everything, but in the media and leading into this fight, what is it that like? First of all, I just want to say because he's a tough fight. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah.
So people watching this, let's not forget the fact that Kobe is a tough fight. It's not like obviously you're putting yourself out there to fight a tough fighter. He is a tough fighter. He's probably gotten better since you've seen him train before. But he's so steady talking, man. He has that kind of Connor confidence kind of thing. How much of that do you think is just air, and how much of that do you think he's actually improved since you've trained with him and since you've known him, and he believes that he is that much better?
All what I've seen them and I've known them is all I act from the
Yeah.
beginning to the end because I know the real person. I used to pay Kobe as a training partner, like $400 or $500 a week to come and train with me. So I know him personally. I know his strengths and weaknesses. And the thing about me is like the big brother syndrome in the gym.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the guy that whoops your ass. It's always going to be ingrained into your mind. Maybe it's going to be ingrained into your mind where now you want to really level up and try to go out there and beat him. That's what happened with John Jones with the Rashad Evans situation. Or it could be a situation where you are nervous and you're overthinking and you shit down your leg. And either way it go is going to force Kobe out of his normal box. His normal bag is cardio.
Yeah.
It's hard to damage something that's pressing forward and pressing against you. He knows that. So he's located his biggest attribute and his strength because it's not his work ethic. He just naturally has a great gas tank. If he would have fought me on some of those other fights without a camp, because I know he wasn't with ATT, he still would have been in good shape. He's a dude that doesn't work real hard. He's a dude that will piss you off in the gym, Mike. He'll be in there and not doing shit. You'll be working your butt off, balls to the wall, and he'll look like he's been doing the same amount of cardio. And that's his gift, and he knows how to use that. And I would be an idiot not to consider that because it's hard to punch something that's smothering you.
Right, of course.
He can smother you for 25, 30 minutes straight. So it is a hard fight just because of that. It's a hard fight because of the pressure. It's a hard fight because of, all that's at stake. It's a hard fight because he wants to prove that, that he can beat me. And this is his whole brand. His entire brand is wrapped around me. No matter the Usman fight Usman is who he is because of me. I'm still his biggest win. I'm still his biggest conversation. Like, if it wasn't for me and versus Usman, it would be no Colby versus Usman. It would be no Masvidal versus Usman, right?
Yeah.
If I had my head on straight and I fucking took care of business at night, these fights I would have been fighting in Dubai. You know what I mean? All those opportunities. So Colby has to beat me, and that urgency is what's going to make me go out there and just get it in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be an insane fight for sure. Your boy Tyson says, he's always said that you always have a game plan until you get hit. Now, I get Colby can take a punch. I get Colby's been hit. But, bro, like, I know you, and you've been training here at AK Thailand as well. And, dude, you pack a hell of a lot of power, bro. It's not going to be like a Usman punch. It's not going to be like some of these punches he's taken before. So it's like, yeah, he does have that pressure. But it's going to change slightly, I think, if not drastically, when he takes multitude of your strikes. I'm not going to get into it. But obviously we know you have a strong punch. That's been seen. But you have a multitude of strong strikes, and if you can harness that explosiveness and unleash it when he comes in like that, it's going to be a crazy fight, bro.
I remember, Mike. I remember that Air workout, right? The guy forbidden, aka Air workout in San Jose. Now you've adopted an entire level to your gym that's dedicated to this Air workout, but it's basically a 30-minute workout where you're doing a minute balls to the wall on the air bike and then a minute balls to the wall on some type of exercise. And I remember one of the exercises Bob Cook loved so much. He had this big, heavy-ass little dummy, and he would walk towards you. And he would walk towards you.
Smother you.
You can't really back up. You got to angle off and punch. And you got to punch hard.
Yep.
Or he's yelling at you or pushing you, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it simulates it. And you don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I'm going to have to put myself in a lot of uncomfortable training situations similar to that, because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to do that and, separate, create just a little bit of distance, throw some short shots, create a longer space, fire off, keep the distance. And if you come back in, I got to be able to repeat that over and over again, because if I get frustrated like Robbie did, Robbie got frustrated, right? Don't let him take me down, keep the space, get him off you. But he's never going to stop. And then over time, it became draining to Robbie to even lift his arms up. And, it wasn't like he was getting hit. It wasn't like he was out of shape. But he'll make you feel like, damn, am I in shape? Is he in that much better shape than me? And I think that's what he did to Robbie, and I can't let that happen to me.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. I get it. And I see that. And I know you're going to prepare right. And I know you're motivated as shit for this fight. Given the fact that this has to be one of the most exciting fights for you to date. I mean, aside from winning a championship and those big fights, because of this bad blood you've had for so long, it's got to be like one of the biggest fights of your career, as far as like just to prove a point.
Yeah, not only just to prove a point, I can never be a great without an adversary like Colby. Like, look at it. Of course. Like, no fighter, even George St. Pierre, him and Nick Diaz, or or he didn't really have a lot of rivalries, but he at least had one controversial situation where people didn't know if they want to see one person win or the other person win, or
Yeah.
And that's what's needed to be like. I'm on the cusp. I'm right there on the cusp of blowing up. You know what I mean? I got all the things that I need to have, and this fight may have it's enough people that want me to hurt him so bad that if I do it, now I'm a hero. We're not even talking about losing 2 fights in a row. We're talking about the kid that finally took care of Colby Covington. Usman didn't really take care of him. He won. Yeah. But had he not dropped him twice, Usman probably would have lost that fight.
Yeah, you're right. And we talked about that afterwards because we were trying to get you ready for getting back up there.